Comox Air Force Museum. This is Go Island. Go Island is on location today at the Comox Air Force Museum. Did you know the air show is coming back? It's going to be here in August. But first, coming up in February is Heritage Week. And I think, if I have it correct, the Air Force Museum is going to have some displays, not only here, but up at the Comox Center Mall with a whole bunch of other heritage displays. It's going to be a really cool week. That's coming up the middle of February. We are going to chat with retired Colonel John Ambler very shortly. And first, we're going to have a look at this story from here in the Comox Valley. Whoa! I'm Mary Ruth Harris, and I'm attempting to fly, and I'm not. Uh-oh. 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 No. Why can't I get it to turn? Okay, I got to get the other view back. Oh, see. Oh, look at me go. That is so cool. This is something they have here at. I want to get to the. There we go. Holy, look at my, okay, what am I doing here? All right, come on, level out, baby. Why aren't you leveling out? Why am I not leveling out?
Well, look at your wheel.
Well, no, I'm trying, there we go. Oh, wait, okay. No, we're almost there. But I'm trying to do the pedals, the rudders with, there, oh. There we go. Okay, so now I'm flying. I'm heading out towards the Grand Canyon, and this is one of the really cool, aspects here in the Comox Air Force Museum, here in the library. Uh-oh. Come on. No, I don't want to go down. No, stay up, stay up, stay up. We're going to be talking to retired Colonel John Ambler very shortly, so stick around for that. Oh, I'm actually landing. Okay. No, this is good.
You're bouncing.
No, I'm.
I don't call that landing.
Oh, you made me crash into a tree. Okay, we're going to watch this. We'll be right back. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. We are inside the museum where there has been some huge changes. Joining me now is retired Colonel John Ambler. Now, you've overseen some really awesome improvements here. Let's talk about that.
Well, we've been very busy over the Christmas period. We always close to the public over Christmas, and it enables us to do our renovations. But this year we did probably our biggest renovation, which was to upgrade our library.
Okay.
Because in order to upgrade the library, we had to change the carpets. In order to change the carpets, 8,000 books had to come out. 120 linear feet of 5-shelf bookshelves had to come out.
Wow.
All the ornaments, all the models, all the bits and pieces, all came out. And then while it was empty, the volunteers repainted the library. And then contractors put in new carpet.
Yeah.
Then all that had to happen was we had to put it all back in again. And so that's what our volunteers did over the Christmas period.
That's awesome.
The results are astounding.
They are beautiful. Now we're standing in the gift area,
Yes.
which is kind of shifted around because
Indeed.
a lot of it was in the actual foyer earlier, and now you've
Absolutely.
moved it.
We did,
Okay.
because we didn't want to fall into the trap of being a gift shop with a museum attached to it.
Right.
The gift shop is the entrance in and out to the museum, but with the way we laid out the display cases, it had become a little constricted.
Okay.
And so we changed, we went to local stores and bought slat wall system, which you'll see in retail everywhere. Yeah. And we've installed slat wall, which has enabled us to display better stuff on the wall, more stuff on the wall,
Okay.
reducing the need for floor stands. The floor stands are gone.
That's what's missing.
The floor stands are gone.
Oh,
and
yeah.
This is
Okay.
all, you could hold a barn dance in here. And then the cases that were out there have moved in here.
Yes.
And so now when we get a
Oh,
tour,
I get it.
20
Okay.
people come in to tour, it was always, how do you marshal them?
Yes.
And they would end up clustered in here. So now there's room. And
marshal.
and now people can go through. And
Right.
this will continue.
Yeah.
But so we're excited. It sets us on a great footing for 2015.
It does.
Because 2015 is going to be a busy year. You know,
Air show.
Air show. So as we look forward, before we even get to air show, we're going to be in downtown Comox. We're going to be in Cumberland at their Heritage Fair.
Okay.
In April, the Snowbirds come for their World Cup.
Oh, right.
And so
Okay.
we have our autographs You know, we
Right.
have people coming in, want to see the Snowbirds. And then we have the parades that we participate in
Okay.
Empire Days and Canada Day and Nautical Days. And
Wow.
then in Canada Day, we're downtown.
Yes.
And this is Courtney Centennial.
Yeah,
so
of
the
course.
base, not the museum, but the base in total will be involved with
Yes.
that. And then August 15th, it's just a big part of the summer is the air show.
That's going to be
And
amazing.
We're so
I can't
excited.
wait.
You know, last time we did it, we had all the T-shirts and ball
Yes.
caps
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff.
And now you've got a place to put them.
And we're going to do that again, and we're going to do
Excellent.
it better.
Okay.
And it's I'm laughing and joking with everybody about it because the air show is just a couple of days after my 60th birthday.
All
So I'm
right.
telling people it's in honor of my birthday. But so far, the only people that have believed that have been my grandchildren. But no,
Okay, now let's talk about February, because
Yeah.
you're going to, very briefly, you're going to be at the Comox Center Mall during Heritage Week.
yes,
Okay.
we're going to have a display
Are you
downtown.
going to tease us about what you're going to have there?
That is a work in progress, and I'm working with James Holland and Louis
Okay.
Bartholomew down at the Comox Mall, meeting this afternoon.
Great.
What I'm thinking right now is to put out a large display of art
Yes.
of the Royal Canadian Air Force.
Oh.
Because air battles are interesting in that when the battle is over, within minutes, there's no evidence that the battle took place.
That's right.
So aviation history is often captured in
Yes.
photographs, but
Okay.
more importantly, by paintings. We have a
okay.
beautiful collection
Yeah.
of art,
Oh,
and I
great.
want to display that, and then have a
Nice.
volunteer down and to explain, and
Yes.
so it'll look mostly about the Second World War,
Awesome.
but certainly post the Second World War, and pictures of the aircraft from here. And I think that'll make an attractive display, supported by some artifacts, perhaps by some mannequins.
Sure.
But we're working on that. Actually, when I'm done here, that's something else I'm doing today. So.
All right. Well, John, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on
Thank
the
you.
remodel, because it is spectacular.
And the final note I'll leave on that is this was done by volunteers.
That's
A huge group of volunteers, which I have the privilege to manage, and they made it all happen.
All right.
Fantastic.
Perfect. We're going to take a short break. We will be right back. Here at the Air Force Museum in Comox, they even have a United Nations display, because of course Canada has always been very involved in the United Nations. And we also have, oh, what's this? It's the Snowbirds. So excited. They're going to be back here in April doing all of their aerobatics and practicing right over top of my house, actually, for an entire month. It's one of my favorite months of the year just for that. It's really extraordinary to watch all of the acrobatics that they're able to do in a plane. I was having difficulty flying it straight, let alone do any acrobatics. So coming up, an interview with one of the head volunteers. But first, this. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. Thanks for staying with us. We are at the Comox Air Force Museum, and we've already had an interview with retired Colonel John Ambler, told us all about the renovations, and joining me now is one of the main volunteers, Corinne Baynard. Now,
Main
Corinne,
volunteers.
now, when somebody wants to do some research,
Right.
they have over 8,000 books to choose
Yes,
from.
they do.
How does that work?
Usually people come in and they already have a topic in mind. If it's anything to do with aviation, they come into the museum, they talk to Allison, she finds a book for them or anything that we have here, and they're able to come and sit down at the table, try to learn, try to get all the research. We photocopy for them, we do whatever we can to help out.
Okay. Because the books don't leave,
no.
right? The books have to stay here.
The books have to stay here.
Okay.
We're not a lending library, we are
Okay.
a research library.
Research library, okay. Now, I noticed we've got a neat little plane here.
Yes, it's
So
a great
who
plane.
rides around in that?
Usually, well, you know, volunteers sometimes, but not always. We usually end up pushing little kids in there. One of our focuses here is to try and get young people interested and excited about history.
Okay.
So one of the ways that we've tried to do that is to just make it safe and friendly and fun for little kids to come in. I have the opinion that if kids come and they have a good time here and have an exciting time or just fun in general with their parents, that they're more likely to come back and maybe their interests will be tweaked and
Right.
they'll come and do more
And
stuff.
they'll end up growing up to
Yes,
drive,
to do this
to
kind
fly
of things.
F-18s.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, now we were looking at an old newspaper. So
Yes.
you've got quite a extensive archive.
Yes, we do, actually. The periodical section, we've actually started cutting it down a little bit because most of the the older aviation periodicals are now online, so we didn't need to
okay.
keep them. But things like newspapers, we have the London Illustrated Gazette from all the way back to 1890.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'd love to just sit and look and see what's happened. You know, how
That's
did people
amazing.
talk about it? How did people, you know, and that's where you get a lot of your information from research. What were people of the day thinking of
Right.
at that time while these events were happening?
Right,
So they're
right.
really
And the
interesting.
one that we were looking at
Yeah.
was announcing the death of Winston Churchill
Yes.
in 1965.
That's right.
I didn't know that I was 2 at
Yeah.
the time. I didn't know he was, you know, that he had lived to be that old. It's quite astonishing to really go through and see that and see the old ads and
Oh, I
what people
know.
were saying, and
Those
it's
are
quite fascinating.
Yeah, they're fascinating. So if people wanted to actually come and check out those periodicals, they come in, they ask for something interesting, and we go up and get them out. A lot of them are quite fragile, so we
Yes,
don't
of
like to
course.
let them out too much.
Okay.
But we'll bring them down to you and let you see them.
All right. Now, I also see you've got a Can You Land This Plane? Is that
Yes.
a flight simulator?
It is a flight simulator, and
All
I have
right.
to say I'm really terrible at it. So.
All right, well, I think I'm going to give it a go in a little
Oh,
bit.
please do. Yeah, hopefully you'll be better than me. All I do is crash into the side buildings. So
Oh,
the other
God.
people get up and off. No, just not me. I'm not coordinated. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time
You're
today,
welcome.
and congratulations on the redesign. It's fantastic.
It is. Thanks so much for coming.
All right, we're going to take a short break. Don't go away. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. We are at the Comox Air Force Museum, and it is spectacular. They have so many interesting things to look at. And they also have these wonderful wall boards that have little snippets of information on with photographs of actual people. The history here is so rich. So we're going to have a look at this story, but we will be right back. Here at the Air Force Museum in Comox, they have mannequins that are fully outfitted in the uniforms and the outfits of the times, way back in World War I and World War II. They have so much memorabilia gathered here and more arriving every day. And what's really interesting is they also have women. Did you know that women served all through the war in different capacities? And so that history can also be found here, which is amazing. And this whole wall here is dedicated to the Women's Division. So if you are looking to do a project for school, this is a great place to come and do some research for something that you have to study at school, and you can add in the feminine side of it. So right now we're going to have a look at this story, but we'll be right back. So if you are looking for a really fascinating place to come and spend some time, this would be it. The Comox Air Force Museum has so many amazing displays and little snippets of information literally everywhere. I look there, there's one. There's another one, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. They have information everywhere, and it's in little snippets, so it's easy to read and easy to absorb. Unless, of course, you'd like to do some bigger research projects. And then, of course, they have their library. They've done a fabulous job. Thank you to the volunteers that came together to renovate the library. It looks wonderful. And you have a chance for photo ops. For the little kids, they have the little planes in the library. And then for the bigger kids, they have actual ejection seats. So I'm not going to eject because I'm thinking I'd probably break something. So coming up on Friday, we're going to be in Powell River catching up with head librarian to find out what happened with the referendum and what's next. Have a great week, and we'll see you then.